So November 2004, that's
Yes.
when it all began. Why did you set up Carers in Bedfordshire?
Right, well, just before I retired from Headway, I was working very closely with the carers of the people with brain injury. I'd run support groups and started realising that actually there was nothing for them out there.
Started in your back room. Why?
We didn't have a phone line. We used my landline there. Everything was very Heath Robinson, I think you call it. I had a really old printer and a computer. And then gradually, bit by bit, as we managed to get funding, so we managed to get a little bit more IT because we felt it was so important to be able to get out there.
Building a team from zero, from nothing.
Yes.
That must have been a challenge in itself, mustn't it?
We were so lucky. The right people came to us. Honestly, they did. We were so lucky. We had the most amazing team of people. I don't remember it being hard. It must have been. But the more people we had, the easier it became because you could share the load.
Do you know how many carers we got now?
I suddenly heard somebody said 8,000.
And it's only going up.
Well, it was there 50,000 are there out there?
About that?
Yeah.
About that, yeah. So that's kind of the goal. I mean, we try and capture as many people as possible so they know that we're here when they need them, because often most people don't need us all the time. But they need to know we're here when they do.
Yes.
And when that time
Yes.
comes. So that's kind of our biggest mission, really, is to just keep growing those services.
Well, and also, many a time carers don't know they're carers, do they? You know, it's my daughter, it's my husband, it's what you do. The volunteers are our ears and our eyes. You know, they can tell friends and, why have you tried Carers in Bedfordshire? And it just, it's got to be, hasn't it? Because for 38 staff, however many you've got, you couldn't possibly manage to do it all, so you have to have them. And no one understands a carer like a carer anyway.
But everyone's touched by caring in some way or another, aren't they?
Yeah, yes.
You're only, at best, one person probably removed from knowing a carer.
Absolutely, yes.
But they'd never use that name, would they?
No. And also, some people mistake it for professional caring. It was mooted that we would say that we supported family carers, but then a lot of our carers were saying, but I care for somebody and it's not my family, so very difficult.
The only other question that I've got for you, really, was what you're kind of most proud of, I suppose.
I think there's lots of little pockets. I think very proud when John King gave us the Goldington Centre. Really proud when we got the lottery funding. Massively proud when we won the tender. I think they were the big steps, really. But funnily enough, our first newsletter, which was only on one sheet of paper that we sent out to 60 carers, I was so proud of it. It seems ridiculous now how much we've improved. But those carers loved it, and they would phone us up and say, oh, in the next one, can you put this in and can you put... See, so they owned it.
It's a bit more of a challenge with 8,000 of them. Well, we're all incredibly proud of our roots, and that's said to everyone who joins the organisation, where we've come from. And as I said, I say it to many people whenever I introduce the organisation. It's always, this is where we started, this is where we came from, and that carer's voice is always in the way we're led. So,
oh, that's
yeah.
Lovely. Well,
So,
right idea at the right time, wasn't it?
well, perhaps, but it takes guts and guile and you know, persistence to get something like that off the ground. So, thank you.
Thank you.